Good morning, Jess.
Morning.
Has the hype from last night died down as yet?
I don't think it's actually sunk in yet, man. What a real night last night. I just want to say thank you to each and every fan that paid their way and came into the stadium yesterday. It was a wonderful feeling seeing everyone back in the stands cheering. A special thank you also to the English supporters who've travelled from England to come all this way to support their team. And yeah, just congrats on a great series. I think both teams played a really good series, and it was good to see the way it ended.
A lot of talk off the field prior to the closing out of that series. Was it easy to shut out that noise, or did it contribute to the pumped up performance that we saw on the park?
I think it fuels different people differently. For me, I wanted to just shut it out. I've heard so much of it. It's time to stop hearing it. And just crack on and do what's required of you. I think each and every individual has a role to play, and I think it's important you narrow in on our role and just try to execute.
And how has the team in general responded to it, especially Odin Smith?
Look, I think it's been great. After the start we had in Jamaica against Ireland, everybody was really, really down and deflated. To see the way we bounced back here against England, it just shows the character in the dressing room. I think we really pulled together to say it's the first time in a very long time I felt that close in the dressing room, and it's a great feeling. Hopefully we can continue this on and keep building something special. I think this group has to be the group now with such a young group and young talented players to come even closer and get better. I think once we do that, I think the future for West Indies cricket would be in good hands.
Assess your performance for us throughout the series. What were you pleased with, and what were you not so pleased with?
I was just pleased with the consistency in terms of the wicket-taking column. It's something I pride myself on, particularly in this format. And yeah, I'm just happy that I stuck through it. There were tough times, obviously, in the series, which you would expect. And just the way I came through the tough periods, it was very, very pleasing. I had to hold my nerve, had to hold my character, and just settle and do what was required at that present time. And not only in the game last night, but throughout the entire series. Still areas to improve on. If I've been overly critical, still could improve. Coming back and finishing off spells well. And those are the two areas I pinpoint.
Most wickets ever taken in a T20 international bilateral series. Where does this series performance rank amongst the best in your career?
Up there, I think it's special for me knowing how badly I felt after the Ireland series. I think personally, I felt as though I let the team down with my personal performances, and it's just one of those things where it just didn't click. It wasn't for lack of effort. Just one of those times where it didn't click and it didn't happen. But I think everything happens in its time, and this series was my time, and I'm just grateful to perform and contribute towards the team series win.
And you've already done so vaguely, but although the difference in format, what would you say was the difference between our team in this series and in that Ireland series?
I think we came together closer. After that series, again, we were shell-shocked, very, very disappointed, and we felt as though we let not only ourselves down, but the entire region. And we had extensive chats, and everybody had to do some soul searching. And I felt feeling the way we did after that series really made us really pull together and come up with a big performance here in this series. And I think it just shows the depth in the dressing room, shows the character, and it's something that should be commended. I think everybody really put their hands up in desperate times. We played together well as a team.
Some notable performances throughout the series. Akil Hussain was exceptional last night. Rahman Powell, who had a century. Just a word on your teammates and the performance of the guys within the unit.
I think last night when I spoke, I tried not to single out individuals because I feel as though it was a complete team effort. Yes, there were outstanding individual performances, but for me to just sit down and pinpoint individuals, I think would be unfair of the entire team and what we've done together. And I just really want to highlight that. I think as a group we've really pulled together, and I can't stop saying it enough because it's honestly one of the first times I've really felt that strong togetherness within the dressing room. So yes, it's great to see Rodman especially come in and playing in the innings that he did in the 30-20, but then not only to play that innings, back it up with a for what I felt was a match-winning partnership, with himself and the captain. was really, really outstanding. Akil, for me, is the best left-hand spinner in the region, and it definitely shows it. So credit to them both. But again, I can't really single out individuals. It was just an outstanding team effort.
That last ball, when you raise your hands in the air, did you realize that you had taken the wicket, or did you just raise your hands because the ball didn't go for a boundary?
No, I was just happy that it didn't go for boundary. It didn't go for six, and I knew the game was definitely closed off there. But yeah, I didn't realize the ball hit the stump, and it was only when Sheldon came running towards us and Nicholas, that we found out that the ball actually hit the stump. And even when we were waiting for the decision on the big screen, I don't think any of us were 100% sure. But then to see the Bills the ball clipping the stumps and the Bills falling was exceptional.
And what's next for this team? Obviously, a tour to India on the horizon. What's next for this team? Where can we go?
We can go a lot of places. It's up to the individuals in the dressing room. We've shown on not only this occasion but on numerous occasions what we can produce. But consistency is obviously the name of the game. I think this series is a big series. Big series because India, for me, is the best all-round cricket team in the world. They've proven that over the last couple of years. And to go in their backyard and beat them is not going to be an easy feat. But it's not impossible. I said to the guys last night, nothing is impossible. We've just got to have that mindset. We've got to get even tight as a group and continue to learn each other. I think once we understand each other in the dressing room, then we'll be able to get the best out of each other in the tough situations. But yeah, I think the sky's the limit for this team.
Thank you, Jace. Congratulations again and good luck in India.
Thank you.